Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Bring Out Your Dead. I'm not quite dead yet. Bring Out Your Dead is a game from Upper Deck. Yeah, you know, the company that makes trading cards for sports and all that kind of thing. And Legendary, so they are in the board game world. But this plays 2 to 5 players. I think 5. Let's see, what's that say? Yeah, 2 to 5 players and about 40 minutes. That's probably short. I mean, it's going to take about an hour if you're playing with 5 players, maybe longer. And what you're doing in this is you are trying to get your dead relatives put onto the cart of the gravedigger so you can get them buried in some plots. But be careful. If you don't give the gravedigger his due, he's going to throw you in the river. So you got to be careful for that. Effectively, it's a simultaneous action selection. Everybody has some cards in their hand. You're going to be playing it. You're going to be counting down from 11. When your number shows up, you get to put a coffin, possibly, on a cart or do some other maneuvering around the board. And you're trying to get your family members buried so you can score the most points. And that's effectively the game. Let's go on the table. Check it out. All right, so here's a game of Bring Out Your Dead, all set up for 3 players. To set up, you're going to find the appropriate side of the board. So here's the 2 or 3 player side. You're going to shuffle the coffin cards and flip one face up, which I've done. You'll give each player a set of 5 cards. They're going to have a 2, a 3, a 5, a 6, and a 7. We'll get into that. Each player is also going to have some double coffins and some single coffins in their color. You'll put their crest on 0. You're going to shuffle the treasure deck and the fate decks and flip 3 of each card. And then we're ready to play. Each player is also going to get one of these icon sheets. And I'm going to keep those off to the side so I can see them. But each player will have one of those. All right. So the way this game works is we are trying to get our family members who have died onto the cart to get them buried into a plot. Now the way that works is whoever's first player, so in this case we're going to say it's this player, they're going to pick which side of the river they want the coffin to be on. So let's go ahead and start on this side. I don't know why, it sounds good. Then based on the number of players is how many coffins we can put on this cart. So in a 3-player game, we're only going to be able to use these first 2 spaces of this cart. Okay, so now I'm just going to play through it and we'll show you how the game works. And I'll show you what happens when I reveal. So I'm playing these 2, and I'm going to do the other ones randomly just to simulate what's going on. So they get 3 here, and then they will do 3 as well. 2, 3. All right. Then what's going to happen is once everybody's picked their cards, we're going to all reveal simultaneously the cards that we picked. So this is actually me, so I actually picked cards that can show you some stuff. So I have a 7, a 2, and a 3. This player has a 7, a 6, and a 5. They're going to be putting some people in the river, which is probably not smart, but I'm just trying to show you what's going on. And this player has a 2, a 6, and a 5. All right. So now, starting with the highest number going backwards, we wouldn't reveal all these at the same time, but starting with the highest number going backwards, anybody that would have that number would reveal and show. So I would say we start at 11 because the cards can go to 11. So 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So I would reveal my 7. This player would reveal their 7. So then what would happen is, since I'm first player, I would get to take my single coffin, take a single coffin, and you put it on the cart. They would get to take their single coffin, put it on the cart. And these cards can go back into our hand because these are cards we keep forever throughout the game. Then we go to 6. This player and this player both had a 6. So when that happens and we can't fit it on the cart, they're going to go into the river. They get a double. And when you go into the river, if you get a single coffin, you can take one of these cards. If you get a double coffin, you get one of each. So you can pick from face up or face down, whatever. So let's get rid of these 6s. So both of these players did a 6. And then they are going to... Green will take... They're going to try to start collecting necklaces. So that goes into your hand like that. Then a new card will come out. Oh, they also get one of each. They'll take one off the top. So they got this one. Because when you do a double, you get one of each. Green will come out. And they're going to start doing rings. And they'll take one off the top. Okay. And this will go in their hand. So both of them got their card. Now we go to 5. Both of these players did a 5. So they'll do a single. Oh, that's me. I don't want to be in there. So now they're each going to get a card again because they put another coffin into the river. And I think they're collecting necklaces. Let me see. Yeah, not rosaries. So we're actually going to take this one. They're going to take this one. And then the other player is going to take this one because this is going to give you 3 points for everybody in the river. So they'll do that. And then we'll refresh. Okay, now we did the 5s. Now we have 2 or 4, 3. 3 by itself does nothing. 2 by itself does nothing. But a 3 and a 2 together, which is what I played, gets me a fate card. So I'm actually going to take this one. Put it in my hand. All right, then we will go here. All these cards go back into your hand. I think that's this player. Let me make sure. Nope, wrong one. Good over here. All right, then what's going to happen is, starting with the first coffin on the cart, we're going to bury our family members. So I get to go first. Any plot that has a single number but 2 coffins means you have to have both coffins in there to score those points. If it's a single coffin with a single number, or a single plot with a single number, you get those points. So let's just go ahead and do... Now I'll go here, 3 points. I'm not sure if you're supposed to mark these during the game or after, but I like to mark the plots or the graves during the game just to make it a little bit easier. So all you have to do is do majorities and river scoring at the end. Let's float these guys down. Then green will get a place theirs, and they're going to go to the 5er right here. So they'll get 5. All right. And then that is the end of the round. Then what happens is this cart goes away. This comes back in the middle. Reveal a new one. Now we can put a lot more coffins on this one. And then first player will go to green. So let's play another round so you can see it. So what do I want to play? I'm actually going to... I'm going to try to get a bunch of cards on there. So let's do... I'm going to do these 3 cards. Okay. And then I'm going to shuffle again because even if a green card comes up, I can explain what happens there. So I don't care if a green card comes up. That'll still let me show you some rules. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we'll go to purple. And again, I'll be playing with the hands face up so I know what these additional players played. So if that number is called, we can go from there. All right. So I have these. So I have 7, 6, and 1. This player has 7, 6, and 2, which is all right. That would be a good thing to play. And then this player has 2, 4, 4, 2, and 1. Okay, probably not the best, but that's okay. All right, so we'll go down here so we can not block things. All right, so now first player gets to pick what side. Before we would know that, they would have picked which side they will go to. So they'll go ahead and go to this side. Now, we're going to start with 11, because some people could have an 11. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So we both have 7s. So they have their first player, so they get to pick put theirs in there first, then I'll get to do mine. So a single coffin for green and me. So green, then me. All right, then we're gonna go to 6. Same, we're both gonna do our 6s. So green and me for 6. Single coffins. Okay. And then 5, 4. All right, so green or red played a 4. Now, treasure cards can do a couple things. They can be used at the end of the game to score 3 points for every coffin in the river, or you can play them during the card phase to get an instant 4 points, and that's what they're going to do. So 4 points for red. All right, they don't like being far behind, so they wanted to get into the game. Then we're going to go to 3. Nobody played a 3. Then we'll go to 2. 2 by itself is a bluff, so those are irrelevant. And then we're going to do 1s. Red and me both did a 1, but they're after the first player, so they will get to do theirs first, and both of these will be out of the game. And the way that 1 works is you're going to sweep all of these for both the fate and the treasure. You're going to refill, and then you're going to take 1 of each. Okay, so we'll do that. And they get to go first. And they are going to take... They're going to take the necklace. And they'll take this one, the 8, because those are good cards. Okay. And then I get to sweep. And do the same thing. So I sweep. They'll sweep. Okay, I definitely want to take that one. That'll let me switch sides of the cart. I like that. And I will take, do I have any of these green cards? Nope, so I'll take a ring. I'll take a rosary. Okay. And then we'll refill. And now the card is like, has empty spaces this time, which is crazy, but that's how it goes. Okay, now, this is my card as well. Now we're going to place our coffins on this side. So I'm actually going to, so green is going to go here. They'll get 6. I will go here. No points yet. Green's going to go here and get 6. And I'm going to go here. Green probably wouldn't have let me do that, but I just wanted to show you. So now I have 14. All right, and then that one's done. And that's how the game's going to play until all the cart cards are gone, and that's the end of the game. Or somebody's out of family members. So when that happens, then you're going to do a couple things. You're going to score any of the green cards that you have a total of that you still have left in your hand. So if I had 5 of these necklaces, I get 20 points, so on and so forth. I would score, we'd score area majorities. So for example, this is how the game ends. This player would get 8 additional points because they had the most coffins here. Green would lose -4, or green would lose 4, and nobody would get these. So that's kind of what would happen there. And then you're also going to lose points for coffins in the river. So in this case, red and green would both lose 10 points because they have 3 coffins in the river. And then after that, whoever has the most points at the end of all that is the winner. And that's how you play Bring Out Your Dead. Let's go to the top, see what you think about it. All right, well, that was Bring Out Your Dead. So we've had this game for, I don't know, this was maybe one of the first games that we had in our collection up there, you know, in the first 50 or so. And I love it. Our friends went and got it at Origins the year it was released. They were there. We didn't go that year. And we played their copy and we loved it. And then I managed to trade or something for it on BGG or find it for cheap. And we picked up a copy. And man, we played this with everybody. We played this with people at our church that don't normally play games. They thought it was hilarious trying to throw your family members in the river. We played it with other friends from the Board Game Rundown. They had a good time, and it's just, it goes over like gangbusters every single time you play it. I'm not going to go into the art and production too much. The coolest component is the little coffins. They're wood with like etched symbols on, etched crosses on them, and everybody's coat of arms has a different symbol on it. They're fine. They're effective. But what makes this game shine is the way the gameplay works. So if you've ever played Mission Red Planet, where everybody's trying to play a card, and you're trying to get your people loaded up onto the spaceships to get out into Mars and all that kind of thing, this is the same kind of thing. So you're trying to play higher cards than everybody else because you want to have your action happen first. But sometimes the higher numbers are not the best. So you may need to get down to the lower numbers to get some benefit. So it's kind of like a outguessing your opponent kind of thing, because you want to make sure you're not getting your family members thrown in the river because that's negative points. Whole big mess there. So yeah, I don't want to belabor the point on this game too much. We love it. It's a great game, and I highly recommend, if you can find it, pick it up. You will not be disappointed. People have complaints about the rulebook. I think it's fine. Yeah, it doesn't spell out every single thing of the game, but if you have a treasure card and it says 1 is 0 points, 2 is 5 points, 3 is 8 points, what do you think that means? It means if I have 3 of these cards, I get 8 points. Doesn't need to be laid out in the rule book. It's in every game known to man. Some kind of set collection thing. Figure it out. Sorry, that sounds harsh, but that's where I am. The rule book is fine. If you can't learn how to play it from this game, or if you can't learn how to play the game from the rule book, go watch a video. It's not that hard. Everything you need to know to play the game's in there. There may be some pieces that are missing, but if you look at the cards, look at the symbols, you'll figure it out. So I'm going to give this a BGM Accept the Seal. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4 out of 5 wrenches on our arbitrary wrench scale. That means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what I am doing. So that's Bring Out Your Dead from Upper Deck. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.